special day, which is a testimony Tuesday for us. Every day is special that you're able to wake up and be amongst the living and have a time to hear someone's testimony. So, good morning. Good morning. We're going to get to sharing the show. It's about that time. I'm going to put everyone in the studio. So, you're right here in the green room. I'm going to call it in the green room. Yes, you are. We're going to get this show started in just a few minutes. I don't know. It's raining. Rain on us. Pour down on us. Will go live in 5 seconds. Let's find out why. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm watching you. Watch yourself. Watch yourself. Wake up. It's the top of the morning. It's time to take a Solar moment hosted by Solar, the community garden with goodness and the poetry cut on the poetry corner. Get up. Good morning again. How you doing, y'all? Yes, my friend. It's a testimony Tuesday. It's almost back to school day. Parents, if you don't play, let me hear you say hooray, hooray, hooray. Here's the law of the land with our main man, James Gill. Yes, y'all. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Gill. How you doing?
Good. Good morning. The law of the land for today is stop being these kids' friends. Give these kids some structure. Give these something that they can use when they get older. If you may not think that they are listening, trust me, they are. And when they get older, trust me, they will find you and they will say thank you for everything that you gave to them and for them. Let's start being more parently instead of their friend. I'm not going to be nobody's friend. I'm going to be an adult for these kids. And trust me, they will thank you in the end. And until this day, I can honestly say that I'm still looking for my grammar school teacher that I can say thank you because she gave me a lot. I'm still looking for her. And trust me, they'll be looking for you too, just to say thank you for what you gave them. That's the law of the land.
Oh my goodness. We needed that. Thank you so much, James Gill, with the law of the land. Gonna open up the poetry cut in the poetry corner as Goodness is going to join us. Of course, we can't start on it without saying get on. What's going on, sis?
Get what? Get on. Good morning. Good morning, Sister Queen.
Listen.
You know what?
Go ahead.
Girl, the law of the land. I ain't even gonna say it. You know, he kill it every morning. You know, and he is right. You know, there's certain people in your life that will touch you. I mean, you know, just mentally and spiritually. You know, that would do something for your life. That will put you in a direction. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
A positive direction. You know, I'm still looking for my English teacher from the 9th grade, you know, over there at Kensington High School.
Yes.
You know, because it's certain things that teachers give you and instill in you because they believe in you.
That's true.
You know, when you have somebody that believes in you, it should make you want to believe in yourself. You know, so he be on point with that, girl.
I believe in you and me. I believe that love was meant to be. And just like the river finds the sea. Yep, y'all thought I was going to go there? No. I don't go that high.
Girl,
but it does find the sea.
I had my lighter in the air, girl. I was in concert, girl. You could have kept on going.
The sea. I can't do it this morning. I can't even falsetto that. The sea. Oh, you will find. Oh. Okay, I'm done. We got somebody to bring on. We ain't finna play. She probably over there saying they playing with me this morning. Let's see what her voice sound like. Listen, we playing with her because she about to set this mic on fire. None other. Goodness, I'm not gonna say it. But if you wreck the field of fire, from an artist of all forms. I just had to call her the artist. Like, she takes the next form of female Prince. She's the artist. How about that? I like that.
Yes, girl, we have on the line today none other than, Burner Flame. And when you say artist, she takes artistry to another level, and they don't call her Burner Flame for nothing. She's up here, lighting up runways left and right, blazing trails, leaving her name, leaving her mark, leaving her brand. So we just going to open up the lines for a girl. Come on in and 4061. Right on
we
in
twirling.
and introduce yourself.
Good God morning, it's your girl Burner Flame. What's poppin'? What's poppin'?
You popping.
Right, you popping.
Thank you, ladies.
You definitely popping. Burner, welcome back.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to have you back. Thank you.
Listen, we gonna jump right in. Introduce yourself like you remember. Oh, you remember back in the day. Introduce yourself. Introduce yourself. Introduce yourself. Go ahead, Burn.
My name is Burner Flame. Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a designer.
Yeah.
I'm a poet.
Yeah.
And you know it.
Yeah. Awesome.
Drill team.
Awesomeness.
I got me crying this morning.
It's one of those Testimony Tuesdays. Tell us where you at with your testimony, where you been, what you up to. We want to know. I'm drinking tea this morning so I can sip the tea on this joint.
Well, I've been doing a lot. Shout out to my brand Collision Couture. As a designer, I've been doing a lot. I went to Atlanta, to LA. I'm doing New York Fashion Week this week. I hit all my goals for 2020 already. I made magazines 4 times this year. So I'm just traveling everywhere. I've been blessed for people, over in England to see a talent in me and say, okay, I see a talent in you. I just want you here. Just be here. So, and a lot of things have got ways for me. And nobody but the grace of God is doing that. I keep I'm going to do it. But since I put it all in his path and walk in his path only and stop being high-headed, think I can do it my way, everything is going smoothly without a dollar. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed that I can go to New York Fashion Week and don't have to pay the $1,500 designer fee. You know what I'm saying? Like, my talent alone just get me there because they like it.
Your gifts will make room for you. It's written. It is written that your gifts will make room for you. That's what the word says. My bad. Go ahead. I'm finding rubber bands for you, honey.
No, thank you.
You know what though? And it's self-explanatory. It speaks for itself. You don't have to tell people who you are. Your work, your craft will speak for you. And baby, it's speaking volume.
It is.
Yes, it is.
It is.
It definitely is.
What else is going on?
I'm so proud. I'm proud of my brand because I got a big team with me. I'm not going on myself. I have a hairstylist, makeup artist, assistant, and a whole host of models. So, I'm just proud of that. Whatever I told them I'm going to do, I'm going to do. So I was able to do these shows out of town and also take 716 with me. So I brought all the models from Buffalo.
Yes.
I could have went to Atlanta and chose Atlanta models, but I took Buffalo models. I could have went to LA and chose LA models, took Buffalo models. It's the only show, New York Fashion Week, where I was not able to use my own models. But I tell you what I did. My 6 free tickets, I gave them to my brand ambassador and Buffalo models. So they never experienced New York Fashion Week before, but they allowed to come with me to experience, to network behind the scenes with Fifth Avenue, Bloomingdale's, a whole host of Elle, Vogue. All these people going to be here. This is an invite only. Only the elite crowd can come here. So I'm so ecstatic.
You cutting up this morning.
For you. Yo.
You cutting up this morning already.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Go ahead, goodness.
So I'm about to start doing these. That's what I'm doing today. It's all about New York Fashion Week, and right after New York Fashion Week, y'all can find me in Rochester on the 29th. I'm going to show in Rochester too. So I come back.
But girl, you got to spill the tea and give us the information on all of that. But as we go on, now you mentioned Atlanta, you mentioned LA. Can you please just tell our listeners and viewers, about each of the events that you went to? Because the LA one, that was something popping right there.
Right.
Those people.
Oh, LA is where the BET's Teen Experience. I went to Atlanta and did the Douglasville outside parade, and like right off the runway, the lady was like, "Can you do BET?" And a lot of the thinking when you hear BET's parents, you're like, "Yeah, I can do it." You don't ever think like the travel, this kind of thing. You don't ever think that you just so excited. And then when we coming back to our villa, they even stopped my models on the expressway, like, find your designer, tell her to get in touch with me. You know what I'm saying? So everything was a big experience. So one show leads to 1,000 other shows. And like Atlanta, keep calling. I had a choice to do Atlanta again on the 29th, but I chose Rochester because I haven't made no noise here in Rochester. And I'll go back to Atlanta when I'm finished. But I'm trying to do Philly and Baltimore. So it's a lot going on. A lot going on and traveling with all my models.
Wow.
That's a beautiful thing.
And that's different because a lot of designers don't come with their models. So when I say that, people be looking at me like, "You got your own?" I'm like, "Yeah." And it's so funny. I had went to the Go See 2 weeks ago in Rochester, and it was like, "Well, what do you usually walk to?" And I'm like, "Well, I make my own music." They like, "You make your own music?" I'm like, "Yeah, I get in the studio, I find me an artist, and I create a Collision Couture brand." So when you leave there, you hear Collision Couture, you hear Collision Couture music. And it was thrown back by that, but you always got to set yourself out. Stay in your own lane and make sure you're different. So yeah, I love my own music.
Listen, you rock to the sound of your own drum. Tell them you walk to the sound of your own drum. I'm loving that. Can I please hop in?
Yes.
Can I please just jump in real quick? Goodness, I'm telling you, she started earlier. I gotta go back to what you said, because our young people are watching, they're listening, they're following you, and you said a lot of powerful things. You're a young girl from Buffalo who decided to be obedient, and we know with obedience comes a lot of sacrifice. And then you said only the elite are welcome into this world, but we don't come from elite. How does it feel? Well, our Heavenly Father, but it takes us a time to recognize our bloodline, right? How does that feel to say, what they said it best, I started from the bottom, now I'm here, and you took your whole squad. What does that feel like?
Man, I feel amazing. Like when I was planning, I didn't actually, and I wanted this to happen, but I didn't think like, this really can happen. I could really travel with them. But like I said, when you put God first, everything is in His hands, and He make a way for you. So like I only been doing designing a year and a half doing it. And in this, I had a lot of failures. Everything looked good, but I had a lot of people tell me that I wasn't a designer. You sure you're a designer? You might just be a stylist. You know what I'm saying? But that was just because it was already threatened, and I didn't know that it was threatened because I didn't see myself the way they were seeing me. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm in the rim where I feel like I'm in my Kanye mode. You know what I'm saying? I feel like whatever I do is going to be awesome. You know what I'm saying? And somebody's always going to like it. Before that, I was like second guessing myself. But now I'm just like, whatever comes to mind, God got me. And He wouldn't bring me this far just to leave me standing here looking crazy in New York Fashion Week.
I know that's right. Amen.
Listen, and amen again. Go ahead, Goodness.
And now with your brand and your models, some of your models, I happen to know one of them. I see you had Precious in the picture, and she's an excellent model. I happened to meet her. I had met a couple of years ago, and she was in the model. She was a model for another brand that came out to my show. But when you're talking about your own brand and your own designer, to have models like that are dedicated, are supportive, that are behind you, that also see something. I mean, they wouldn't be in it if they didn't think if they believe in you.
At all.
Right. So that is absolutely true. My team is so dope. Like, I can't ask for a better team. And I got people sending me people because they didn't want to, like, deal with them. Because my thing is, I'm I break all the rules in this fashion business. Anybody that knows me and want collision knows runway my way. You know, if it's not my way, then I can't do it. So I'm always going to be true to myself. So, but my models are ranged from, like, I don't tear nobody down. I have people with autistic models, people with lupus, people that's Down syndrome. I have people that have mental health issues. Like, my brand is a collision. It's a collision forum of all kinds of people, all walks of life. I don't turn nobody down. The misfit, that's the one I want. So when people say, "Oh, I don't like your walk," or "You're not walking right," or I need a little help in these areas, I'm like, send them to me. You know what I'm saying? Because they work with both. You just got to put a little bit of love into them and show them they can do it. So that's what my brand consists of. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these models been wanting to walk for collision for a long time, and I go to places and people are like, "Oh my God, you're collision." I'm like, "Oh yeah," and I don't think of myself like that, but they really want to walk, and you've been missing Precious. And she hadn't want to walk with me from the first day she seen me, and I was like, I'm gonna just give her a chance. You know what I'm saying? And she been down for the count from the very beginning.
Wow.
Yeah, she's been down.
Love it. Love it. Love it. I was gonna ask, wouldn't you say models that no one wants? I understand much better now without having to ask. And those are the ones, like I said, your gifts will make room, and it really doesn't matter your circumstance. There's always a place for you in this life that we live. That's why we're supposed to live purpose-filled. You start, and I'm not gonna go there. Goodness, keep going, because I'm over here getting happy, and I'm trying.
I told him, like, Anita might not be a runway, but you might be editorial. You know what I'm saying? There's a way in this business where you can fit in. And you might not be neither, but you could be a great assistant. You might be a stylist. You know what I'm saying? So it's so many rims in this model world that you could fit in. You could still be in this world, but you don't have to be. Like, I started off as a model at 13. I never seen the other side of my dreams, but I'm a designer. So I never seen myself as a designer. I always wanted to be a model. But now I got options to model too. So now I'm modeling and designing. So it's like so much you can do in this. So people just think, oh, I want to be a model, and a model got like this. This world is changing. And when you're a designer, it's your call. It's nobody else's call. So you have to find a designer that is willing to put their neck out there. For me, for my models, I'm willing to put my neck out. Like, in Rochester, they say one of my models couldn't go. You know, if they did a casting call, they said she wasn't approved. Okay, but I text them back, emailed them back. I said, but did you say I could bring my own models? And she said yes. So I told my model, well, you're still walking. They didn't approve you for the other designers, but you're approved for me. You understand what I'm saying? Because you just said in an email, I could bring my own models.
Burn a Flame approved. You know, I ain't trying to talk about my girl. You know what I'm just saying, but I'm just saying, Burn a Flame approved. I don't care about no other kind of credit cards or stuff. I'm just saying.
Right.
You know, that right there, you know, that speaks for your character. You know, that speaks for, you know, being in the industry, being in the artistry business, you know, knowing people need a fair chance. You know what I'm saying? Everybody deserves a chance to be presented with a platform or opportunity to grace a platform to shine with the gifts or the talent that they have. And for you to take on, now because you said something, and I don't want it to go over to people's heads, and like Solar said, welcome back, because this is not our first having you. Now, you spoke of something that, you know, is near and dear to my heart. People with disabilities, people who are differently able, people who are handicapable, you know, things of that nature. And now you brought up lupus, and you are a lupus survivor. You know, you are a fighter. So I need you to, you know, just explain a little bit about that to our listeners, because I've had plenty of shows where you were, you know, on the lineup. You know what I'm saying? And when you speak of lupus, this is when you were in the beginning stages of it. You still were coming. You still were performing. So, you know, you have something, but it don't have you.
Wow.
So speak to the people about that too.
Right, that is true. Like, I've been battling with lupus for 6.5 years now. So like in the beginning of the stage, I was really learning lupus. You know what I'm saying? Because it was almost like it was just attacking me, and then I was almost giving into it. So when you give into it, you start to kill yourself. So I had to find something else, what other way to channel. So I did that through poetry and through the designing. So, and no matter what, I just try to keep myself busy, because the more busy you are, the more focused you are, you don't dwell on pain and everything else. So you have to find yourself something that can occupy that pain and that negative energy that lupus or any other illness, a mental illness. Because I just don't have lupus. I have, I'm bipolar 1, I'm depression, PTSD, anxiety. So I have a lot of mental illnesses going on too. So it's hard for me to focus, but in between is I'm running through poetry. My brain is always going. I'm going through, my designing. I just try to keep myself focused, and I get up with the millionaires at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I do affirmations, positive mindset, a motivation speaker, Les Brown, all of them. Will Smith. All of them. I listen to the millionaires. I listen to them, and all these people have some kind of disformities in their life, or things didn't go right, you know what I'm saying? But they still push through. So I just pushed through my pain. I lost my mother 4 months ago, and after that I did Atlanta. I did right after my mother died, because I did Atlanta, I did LA, all that, you know what I'm saying? I did all my photo shoots. I didn't miss a beat, you know what I'm saying? I knew she wouldn't. So through that pain, it got me all the way to New York Fashion Week, because I just worked through it, you know what I'm saying? Everybody grieves different, but you gotta have something else to channel that negative energy, and you get down and you get sad, and you have negative thoughts when you're going through depression or an illness that's not curable, you know?
That is so true.
And now you spoke of all of these different ailments that you have now, and like I said, I was with you in the beginning of it, and as like you say, when you were learning it, it was certain eating habits that you had, it was certain sleeping patterns that you had, but now you also had a connective tissue disease. Was that it?
Yeah, I have connective tissue disease too.
Yeah, so
and I have Sjogren's connective tissue disease, and they go hand in hand with lupus. So with Sjogren's disease, is like you don't sweat, you don't secrete, you don't have no tears. Your mouth is always dry. Like I have to take pills all day just so I can have saliva. You know what I'm saying? You like literally dry out. You know what I'm saying? So when you're dry, it tends to hurt because there's no moisture. Your skin hurts. You know what I'm saying? Everything hurts on you because there's no moisture. You have nothing moist in it. You have to keep yourself lubricated. And with that being said, I want to say, because everybody's been seeing like, I brand myself with the henna. And me and Goodness was just talking about it. So I've been rocking henna for 4 months. And it looks so beautiful. Nobody ever tell you that if you have like an autoimmune deficiency disease, that it could flare up that ink that's in you. So I had a allergic reaction to it. So for the last 3 months, I've been back and forth to the hospital on steroids, gained hella weight, and on IVs and stuff, fighting off henna because my lupus didn't react right to it.
Wow.
So it's a lot. It's up on my hands and feet and my head, everything swelled up wherever I had it at. And it was just a battle. You always just see the glory and the prettiness of it, but you got to be careful for the diseases and what can happen.
What?
And sis, I'm gonna jump in one more time.
No, go ahead.
For you the rest of the way.
Go ahead.
And, that's something, and you said something right there, Brian.
Wow.
Because we were talking, and people always talk about the glory, but they never talk about the glory. They never talk about the glory parts of it, the after effects, the side effects, and they always promote it or advertise it, but rarely do you hear somebody speak of the downfall or the negative effects that it have on them. So, when we were talking about that, I told her I appreciate, her being really honest and transparent, speaking about it, because, people always glorify it, but they don't talk about the horrifying, the horrific parts of it,
That is so true.
Right, because it's really, really deep. Like, I'm still scarred. Henna lasts 3 weeks and it's supposed to go away. It's been 3 months and I still have henna. Like, it's a slight tattoo over my whole body. It's almost like I can get a cover up to cover it up because you can still see designs and it still flare up like a welt. You know what I'm saying? So you have to just be very aware of, like, your blood type and everything, because everything ain't made for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And you just got to learn, well, always look good is not good. Not for everybody. I learned that the hard way.
Wow.
But it keeps me moving as a model, as a designer. Like, I'm still out here. It didn't take anything away from me. My confidence level was still there. So I'm good with that.
I am. It's 6:53 to the top of the hour. Your testimony on this Tuesday was so powerful that it almost just like time just escaped, because to hear you come
Right.
from just, I remember your story. You told us about, how you met your spouse, how your goodness, even talked on your sleeping. People do not acknowledge that sometimes it really takes, and I'm gonna say this, real kahunas to push past your own issues, and you bless others, and others only see the runway. They know that you're saying that it's Burn a Flame approved when it hits the runway, whether it's your new sneaker line, whether it's a design, whether it's a hairstyle, whether it's a song. You push past every single illness that man wants you to embrace, and you bless other people. You know, I am so godly proud of you. And I have to say it like that because I also remember on a Testimony Tuesday that you said it was the grace of God, and you're still saying the same thing. Good morning, everyone who's watching. Good morning, Ross. Good morning, Eddie. Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, everyone that's listening, everyone that's on YouTube. Just good morning. It has been a powerful morning with Burn a Flame's testimony. You talking about the runway, but the real runway that you're on. And then I want you to give us your information so that we follow you, give us your shout outs. But I got to give you what you just give everybody else. The real runway that you're on is more powerful than the runway that you create. Can I say that to you again? The real runway that you're on is more powerful than the one you create. You are on a runway of an example of never giving up. I'm hoping that parents share this with their children before they go back to school. I'm hoping that somebody is sick in the hospital who just needs to strengthen their mind to not be overpowered by things. You spoke about mental illness, something we take lightly. Taraja Henderson, if we got to just go famous, she talks about it, but you live with it. You feel what I'm saying? And you're not letting it take control of your life, but you're controlling that. Burn a Flame, give your shout outs, tell the folks what you want to say. You can spit it however you want to. Goodness, I'm done. I'm done. I'm dropping the mic and finding the rubber band. Done.
Okay, this is your girl Burn a Flame. You can find me on Instagram at Collision Couture, or Burn a Flame on Instagram, Bernice Lee, or Burn a Flame on Facebook, Collision Couture on Twitter. Also, shout out go to Goodness. I started my poetry at Goes to True, my first fashion show, True Level True Enterprise, independent TV. Shout out to Mouth for being on the camera first. I got to shout out the boys from Buffalo, Benny and Ross, who made that big sign with the rock. Out to the Tana, from the Tana. So I got to shout that out. So we just doing big things. I want everybody to stay motivated, put God first. That's very, and discipline. You gotta discipline yourself, and just give back. Love others. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what, sis?
I'm putting rubber bands on. I don't know who, but I know what, and what is going on. She's on fire. That is what.
Yes. That's like a 5-alarm fire right there. You know what? Yes, that's 5 alarm. That's 5 alarm right there.
Yeah.
You know, but it is 6:57 to the top of the hour. And Solar, you mentioned something. You mentioned her sneaker line. Now, I already got me order in for 7.5 when they do come through the doors. So I already got my order on the map. I don't know about everybody else, but y'all need to follow her on all her platforms and put them orders in for them sneakers that Burn a Flame Collision, Couture has coming out. But I'm definitely opening up the poetry cut in the poetry corner. I'm gonna need you to take us out with a little bit of that slang.
With some poetry?
Have your way.
You know it's free.
I fell off 90 seconds of focus. I put too much energy into something with no purpose. So now I'm so searching off to find myself cursing. Mad at myself to become a disturbance. Controlling my mental tempo, taking my body off limbo. I'm thrown off balance. Seem like I'm bipolar, confused all over, but I'm a soldier. Corona in a hookah morning when once was a user. And Papa with a fedora, he's a transformer. So I lit the menorah and said prayer for the scorner. Hopefully, 60 seconds. Move the ways that I love you. Bouquet has now decayed. Us, we has now deceased. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Somebody called a priest. See, I came dressed in my black dress, ready to bear whatever we had left. I ain't just enough to know that this too shall pass, and this was just a test of my independence, and I'm still standing. Love yourself first lane.
Yo,
you know that was one of my faves.
get him. Yo, you did that this morning.
From ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
You did that this morning. Thank you so much for coming back and joining us, Burn a Flame, on this Testimony
Thank you
Tuesday.
for having me.
Anytime, babes. Anytime. Let us know when you're on the road to Rochester. We would love to hear that update. And anything we have, we can, help you promote. You already know we down with that. Okay?
All right. Thank you, ladies.
No doubt.
Oh, you're so welcome. And I definitely want to update that New York Fashion Week. I'm looking forward to seeing the pictures all over the book and the gram. So, yes, congrats, baby.
Thank you, Posh and avant-garde.
You got to tell her what that man told you, what that man tell you.
You say you Posh and you avant-garde.
Avant-garde. Avant-garde.
What that means.
That's weird. Was outstanding.
Yes,
Translation from England to the United States. New York. Yes.
Blame on with them. Blame on with them. I belong.
Hey, Tina.
Get out and do what, sis? They got to get up.
Get up, get out, and get them. Listen, it's already a Testimony Tuesday. We have so much going on. Don't forget about Poetic Pastries, because I'm trying to get that cake. So when you see the video, comment, like, share. But you don't have to, because I'm winning the cake. I'm going to eat the cake, Anime, and I'll be that Pappy's mama if I have to get there. I'm going to be that child's mama. You know what I'm saying. I'm going to take the cake. For Poetic Pastries. Also, BW is coming up. Her event is coming up. We're going to talk a little bit tomorrow about some things that are just or unjust. Bring my boy Frederick Douglass over here just to join us in the studios tomorrow. Get ready for that. But today was a powerful testimony. If you're just now joining us, catch it back on the other end. Go over to our YouTube page. Go to Blog Talk Radio. Become a subscribed listener. But whatever you do, you want to get up, get out, and definitely
get on.
Good morning, Tina.
Say what your name is. Yo, who you talking to? Say what's her name, Black? That's so much.
This is the problem. I am not an option. Louis and Queen to be selected by a king. Provider and protector, not only an actor. I give my all and soul. I give everything. I'd rather you swam in the pools of my eyes. To delve deep into the pool of my good, getting lost in them. Drown. Creeping into the windows of my soul. Let me know the value of your sincerity. I'd rather you be a symbol of a protector and not a predator of my nectar, shielding me from harm's way and not sexually stalked. Like a heart. I'd rather you court me as opposed to you always appearing in court.